Today, we're gonna shoot for the stars! If you're part of the paparazzi, you know that following the stars hasn't always been easy. But today, we're not talking about Hollywood stars. We're talking about the stars in the sky. So way back, before the telescope, before Wikipedia, people had all kinds of ideas on what the stars were.
I always thought they were balls of gas burning billions of miles away.
Pumbaa, with you, everything's gas.
Some people thought that they were pinprick holes in the sky, where the light of the gods showed through.
They're fireflies. Fireflies that got stuck up in that big bluish-black thing.
Others thought that the stars were the gods themselves.
Somebody once told me that the great kings of the past are up there, watching over us.
Really?
You mean a bunch of royal dead guys are watching us?
Even some of the great philosophers like Aristotle and Socrates and Plato.
Aristotle, Socrates, Plato.
Who are they? They thought that the stars were part of an elaborate system of spheres and orbs that made up the universe. Obviously, today we know better. And we know that stars are great big balls of helium and hydrogen burning millions of miles away. And stars have always played a big part in human history. Early on, people watched the sun, moon, and stars in the sky and how they moved. And from that, they created calendars. Later, sailors learned how to use stars to navigate in the open sea. They would use instruments like telescopes, sextants, and astrolabes to track the position and movement of stars. Believe it or not, GPS, Google Maps, and even Siri use a very high-tech version of those simple instruments. So you can say, "Hey Siri, hey Alexa, what's the longitude and latitude of my home?" And they'll check with the GPS satellite and you'll get your answer almost instantaneously. We're going to show you how to do the same thing. But due to budgetary restraints, we won't be building a GPS satellite. Instead, we're going to build one of these! A homemade sextant. And stars aren't just found in the night sky. You can also find them in the Bible. It talks about how God created the sun and the moon and the stars, and how we can shine like stars.
Start thinking about all the things you have to be thankful for. Then do everything without complaining or arguing, and in this crooked world, you'll shine like stars in the universe. Be thankful for
favorites is Psalm 147:4. It says, He counts the stars and calls them all by name. So on the next clear night sky that you have, go outside, look up, and know that there are way more stars than you can even see. And know that God created all the stars and knows them all by name. And He created you, and that He knows you by name. And that's why we can say, God made us special, and He loves us very much.